Good afternoon. For those of you who have not met me, I am Diane Harrison, President at California State University, Northridge. Thank you, sound person. It is my pleasure to welcome you here today. I am delighted to be able to introduce and welcome Reggie Theus, our new men's basketball head coach at CSUN, and to congratulate our new athletics director, Dr. Brandon Martin, on this excellent hire. There has already been, yes, please. There has already been a great deal of buzz on the campus, in the community, and there was a big buzz in Atlanta at the Final Four about our hire. The excitement is here about the future of Matador basketball. Certainly the hiring of Coach Theus, can we turn that down just a hair? Thank you. The hiring of Coach Theus is another example in my mind of how CSUN shines, and we will continue to shine even brighter into the future. Coach Theus's experience as a collegiate athlete and an NBA player, and as a college and MBA coach are certainly impressive and exciting for us here at CSUN and for Matador basketball. Dr. Martin will share more about Coach Theus's many notable achievements as an athlete and as a coach. What I want to say as the president here, I am most excited by, what has most impressed me, is Coach Theus's interest, his notable experience, and infectious enthusiasm for developing young men. Our CSUN student athletes, developing them for successful careers. Coach Theus exemplifies commitment to the well-being of student athletes and to mentoring these young men as athletes and as students who will succeed academically and graduate, and as citizens. Coach Theus and I share the same values. For he, like myself, student success is priority number one. I have been so impressed because Coach Theus is totally committed to student success, and not simply here on the basketball court, but also in life and for our student athletes' future. I believe that CSUN is most fortunate to have someone of Reggie Theus's caliber with these deeply held values and priorities and his strong ethics to lead our basketball program. We are fortunate to have someone with his appreciation and enthusiasm for CSUN and all that we have to offer. He has already spoken enthusiastically about our players and the potential of CSUN basketball to succeed in every way. He is excited to build team spirit, to engage our student population, our student body at large, the campus community, and the San Fernando Valley. He is highly motivated and determined to advance the Matador basketball program. And I don't think I've told you, he can also tell a really good story. He can tell amazing stories, true, inspirational stories about basketball. It's great. In short, I am delighted and grateful that Coach Theus has chosen to join us. I want to welcome both him, his wife Elaine, kids Ryan and Reggie to the university. I understand there's Raquel, who was not able to be here today, but I want to welcome you all to the CSUN family. I look forward to reaping the benefits of Reggie's experience and his commitment, which will help take our Matadors to the next level and certainly help CSUN shine even brighter. Between the arrival of our new athletics director, Dr. Brandon Martin, and now our new head men's basketball coach, Reggie Theus, I think we have every reason to be optimistic about our future. So now I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Martin.
Thank you, Dr. Harrison. This is truly a great day to be a Matador. And I've expressed to Dr. Harrison, amongst other members of the Ad Hoc Committee for Athletics Engagement, that I love my job. And I love being here, and I love being a part of your family. I want to thank all of you for being here to formally introduce Coach Theus as our new men's basketball coach. But to begin, I want to say that our search process would not have been successful without strong leadership from the top. And President Harrison, I want to thank you for your support, your guidance, and your time that you devoted to our search process. And I'm truly thankful for that because without you, it wouldn't have happened. So thank you. I would also like to acknowledge 4 key people on campus who have been in the trenches with me and bringing this to fruition, bringing Reggie to our CSUN family. And one is Richard Bergman, who is the co-chair of the Ad Hoc Committee for Athletics Engagement. Jill Smith, the Associate Vice President for Human Resources. Tom McCarron, the Vice President for Administration and Finance, and Chris Xanthos, the Director of Administration and Finance. All of these people have been with me for the last few weeks in making this happen. As you know, it's not so much about the athletic director. It's about a collective effort in making this happen. And also, I'd like to thank my senior staff in what they've done this week in bringing this all together. They've put a lot of hours in, and I'm truly thankful for what they've done with that. President Harrison talked about family. And in my short tenure here, I sense that we have a strong family here at CSUN. And I want to formally welcome Elaine Theus to our family. Brian, Reggie Jr., and I know Raquel, Rocky couldn't make it, but welcome to our family. We look forward to doing a lot of great things in the future, and especially Elaine. You know, in the athletics field, there's always a champion in the recruiting process of a prospect or a coach. And Elaine was truly the champion, and the champion is the most influential person in the recruiting process. And Elaine, I appreciate your time. I appreciate your candor, your support, and most importantly, your commitment to Dr. Harrison's vision for this university. So I thank you for that. So I want to transition to why Reggie Theus. We had a very competitive pool of candidates, both head coaches at the Division I level, top assistants from across the nation, who really saw the value in CSUN, who really wanted to be attached to Dr. Harrison's vision for where we're going. But in all of my conversations with Reggie, I knew that he was special, and I knew that he would be a good fit for our university. But that said, there were a few things that were critical in this search process. One was integrity and character, and that was non-negotiable in this process. I wanted someone who valued not only doing the right thing on a basketball court, but outside of athletics, who had a conscience for doing the right thing in all aspects of their life. I wanted someone who understood NCAA compliance, who respected NCAA compliance, all of the rules, regulations, policies that we all have to abide by and have a conscience about that. And Coach Theus has demonstrated that throughout his career. Secondly, I wanted someone with a strong work ethic, a high basketball acumen, and a motor for excellence. A motor for excellence. Someone who was hungry not only for a job. You know, there's coaches who search for jobs every day, but I wanted someone who wanted our job here at CSUN. And I've spoken to some of the most influential people in college basketball, including Rick Pitino, who was recently, I believe, inducted into the Hall of Fame, Basketball Hall of Fame. And in that conversation with Coach Pitino, he talked about Reggie's ability to recruit. He talked about the connection that he had with the student athletes with skill development. He talked about his hunger to be the best coach in the country. And that was very special to me because one of my goals is to be the best athletic director in the country. So that resonated with me. So that was very compelling in my decision. Next is recruiting. And we all understand that recruiting is the lifeline of any program. And in Southern California, we're fortunate to have some of the best talent here in the Valley, some of the best talent in LA. And we want to compete. And I want to say that word again. We want to compete with some of the high major schools that people talk about all the time. I'm not afraid of anybody. I'll play anybody anytime, but we want to compete for some of the top kids in Southern California. And with Reggie's pedigree and his proven track record, I knew he was the top person who could get the job done. I want to talk a little bit about his pedigree. And you know, Reggie's body of work as a coach demonstrates that he can coach in different programs, different environments, and different cultures. I mentioned Coach Pitino. He spent years with Coach Pitino, and he's part of the Pitino coaching tree. He spent 2 years at New Mexico State, where in his second year he won 25 games and they advanced to the NCAA tournament. But not only that, they had the opportunity or the success to recruit the first McDonald's All-American at New Mexico State in Herb Pope, which we hope that Coach Theus can do the same thing here. Reggie's experience as an NBA head coach with the Sacramento Kings, as well as his 3 years as an assistant at the Minnesota Timberwolves, was very intriguing to me. As we know, high school basketball players, they want the opportunity to play at the next level. And with us being in Southern California, I just knew that Reggie was the guy. And lastly, he spent his most recent time with the LA Defenders, where he's been the head coach since 2011. So with these varied experiences, it's unmatched by a number of different I don't care how you look at it. It's unmatched. And I knew that Reggie was my guy early. Simply put, Reggie's body of work as a coach, his successful playing career in the NBA. I know Reggie would like me to talk more about that, but I'm not going to talk more about his career. We know he was a two-time NBA All-Star. We know his stats. I'm sure he's going to talk about that. But I'm more interested in what he's done as a coach. And I was really fascinated by his belief in CSUN, not only from a basketball standpoint, but his belief in President Harrison's vision for this university, his belief in our students, his belief in our faculty, his belief in where we're going. And with the synergy between myself and Dr. Harrison and Reggie, I believe that we're on the cusp of doing some great things. And with that said, I'd like to welcome the new head basketball coach, Coach Reggie Theus.
It looks like from 1980 I could probably wear this. First, before I even get started, I want to, everybody is acknowledging my family, but I want you guys to stand up, please. My wife Elaine, my daughter Ryan, my son Reggie. I'm glad you're on time. It's a long story. Dr. Harrison talked about being a great storyteller, but what she didn't tell you is how long the story lasted. It was a marathon. I just want to tell you guys that I am deeply honored and I'm humbled that Dr. Harrison, the Board of Trustees, Dr. Brandon Martin, has chosen me to be the new head coach here at Northridge. I'm excited. It was Dr. Harrison's and Dr. Martin's vision and their belief in the long-term and the short-term goals that they are setting for this program that really prompted me to take this job. I was excited about it, talking to them. I believe in what they're saying, so much so that I was curious if they would join my staff because they are two great recruiters. Our objective is to build men. Our objective is to make our student athletes not only successful while they're here at CSUN, but for the rest of their lives. This is the start of their journey. Where they're headed, we want to be a part of it forever. We want to make the city of Northridge, the university, the student body, the staff, the faculty, we want to make them proud of the product that we put on the floor. Our goals as a university, as a basketball program, is to be the hardest playing team in the conference. Our identity is going to be paramount for us. And we're going to pick up 94 feet. We're going to get after it, full court pressure defense, and we're going to run. The fun in playing basketball comes out of the hard work. We want to win. We want to compete for the Big West Championships and eventually run deep into the NC2As. It's not going to be without some challenges. There are some challenges here that I think that we have to overcome. But with the collective people that I've met since I've been here, we've been sort of on the job for about a week already doing things. The faculty members that I've met, your leadership, Dr. Martin, I really believe collectively we can attack all of these challenges and make it happen for all of us. CSUN basketball is going to be on the rise. It can't happen without the help of the entire community. You've all heard the story of it takes a village to raise a child. Well, it's going to take an entire community to get this basketball program back to its former prominence. And I challenge our student body that if you support our program 1,000%, I will put the product on the floor that you can be proud of. That you can go to your neighbor's house, wherever you're hanging out, and talk about CSUN basketball with your chest pumped up and your head held high. This is my goal, and I just want you to know that I am truly excited to be in Matador Nation. Thank you.
Okay, so at this time, Reggie and I will make ourselves available for the media here for 20, 30 minutes, and everyone else is welcome to join our reception here on the west side of the Matadome. So thank you very much. We appreciate your support. Season tickets are available. Season tickets are available online, so don't be left out. Thank you very much.
Sound check. Sound check. 1, 2, 3. What's up, Matt? Am I good? Sound check. 1, 2, 3. About to be interviewing Coach Reggie Theus, Dr. Brandon Martin, new head men's basketball coach and new athletic director at CSUN. Can you hear me, Matt? Sound check. 1, 2, 3. I think you're giving me a thumbs up. Give me a nod. We're good? Sound check, 1, 2, 3. What's up, Matt? About to be interviewing Coach Reggie Theus and the new CSUN Athletic Director, Dr. Brandon Martin. Keep going. Sound, yeah, it's on. I just can't really tell if they're giving me a thumbs up or they want me to keep going. I think I saw a thumbs up, but I can't tell. If you give me a big wave, either of you just wave your arm really loud to let me know I'm good. I'm good? Okay, cool.
How's everything? Hello.
Pretty good.
How's everybody? Hello.
What's up, CSUN fans? I'm here with the new head men's basketball coach, Coach Reggie Theus. How are you doing, Coach?
I'm wonderful.
Awesome.
Wonderful. Doing great right now.
That's awesome.
I got my new uniform, so I'm ready to go.
Does it
I don't
fit
know
you?
if I
Have you
can
tried
fit
it on?
this. You know, I think maybe in the 80s.
Back in the day?
Yeah, back in the day I probably could have worn this. Now I don't know about now.
Not quite. It'll go on the wall at least.
Yes, exactly.
So I want to talk to you about a couple things. You coached with Rick Pitino back at
Yeah.
Louisville in the early 2000s. Is there anything from his coaching philosophy, his mentality, that you're going to bring to CSUN?
Well, pretty much what I've done in the past is I've taken the Louisville program and implemented it into where I was. I did that at New Mexico State. I'm going to do that here.
Okay.
Coach Pitino gave me the blueprint. When I came to Coach Pitino, I felt like I had what we always say, a paper bag full of knowledge. And he showed me the blueprint, how to use that knowledge.
Okay.
And really the same way you saw Louisville play is a lot the way we're going to play. And I'm excited.
That's got to be encouraging for CSUN fans
I
after
hope
Louisville
so.
wins the national championship.
Well, whether they would have won or not, that's what we're going to
Yeah.
do. You know, and his success is all about his commitment to how they play. And in order to play that style of basketball, you have to have an incredible dedication to what it takes to play that style, and that is to be in phenomenal shape, to be hungry, and you got to have guys that are tough. If you don't have tough guys, you can't play that style.
And since you coached with Rick Pitino, you've been head coach in the NBA and at the college level. What's different about coaching NBA players as opposed to coaching college players?
Interesting enough, I coached my college players exactly the same way I coached the pro players. Obviously, you can grind college players a lot harder. Pro players, they're a little hands-off sometimes, you know. But you just have to, but basically what I found that all basketball players, all athletes want to be coached, and they want to be coached hard. Along with coaching hard, there has to be an enormous amount of sincerity behind it. They have to know that this is who you are, and there's no wavering behind it, and they'll accept you.
Cool. And one more thing, academically, do you have a focus on the academics of your team, how they're doing in the classroom? How important is that to the success of the basketball program?
It's what we do. If you want to be in college, you have to be willing to be a mentor. You have to be willing to want to see them be successful, not only here, but for the rest of their lives. Academics is always going to be at the top of our list. We'll always attack it and do the right things by it and make players held accountable for their actions.
Great. Thanks, Coach. Welcome to Northridge.
Anytime. Thank you very much.
Hey, CSUN fans. I'm here with Dr. Brandon Martin, new athletic director at CSUN. First of all, welcome to CSUN, Dr. Martin.
Thank you. Are we up here?
You come from a pretty successful NCAA program at Oklahoma University. Now, the CSUN athletic program is relatively low on the radar to a lot of college fans, especially compared to like UCLA, USC. How do you plan to make CSUN a household name, a program people talk about?
I think it begins with hard work. I think today we made a first step in hiring Coach Theus, someone with energy, someone with passion, someone who's committed to our university. I think that's where it starts. I really don't consider us being that far away. I think, perception is one thing, but I think the reality is that we have a lot of the things that we need to be successful. And with the combination of Coach Theus, myself, and Dr. Harrison, I think the sky's the limit to where we can take this program. But I just want to say that we're going to do it the right way. We're going to do it the right way. And
What is the right way? What does that mean?
the right way means is that we're going to bring in kids who want to be here, kids who want to perform well academically, and carry out the mission of this university and President Harris's mission. Also, it means that we're going to abide by every compliance rule that's stated in the rule book. And, you know, student-athlete welfare is important. And the welfare of the student-athletes, that's why we're in this business. We want to win games. We're going to push towards that. But if we're not putting welfare at the forefront, then we're really doing them a disservice.
And how are you going to do about the recruiting process? That's something you guys talked about, recruiting in the Southern California area, getting the best players. Do you think you can use Coach Theus as a little bit of leverage, the name Coach Theus, just bringing more players to the school?
Well, first, I think it's important that we compete with UCLA, USC, with top recruits. And I think with Reggie Theus, with his pedigree, as I stated, with his success as an NBA coach, with his style of play, the up-tempo style, I think it's going to allow us to compete for some of those same kids that go to those two institutions. And as I've stated in my announcement weeks ago, you know, I want us to be that third team, you know, behind the SC, behind UCLA, and I think we're fully capable of doing that. Now, that's not to say that we don't have a ways to go, we don't have work to do, but the work has to compound. The work has to be every day, and it's a mindset.
And one thing both of you talked about, you were pushing the season tickets. For fans to buy season tickets. Why should CSUN fans buy season tickets for the men's basketball team in the years ahead?
Well, I think it's all about growth. I think it's all about forward movement. I think it's all about excitement and change. I think people have already felt the change in what we're trying to do. I think people understand my vision for where I'm trying to take not only the men's basketball program, but from a comprehensive standpoint, all of our 18 sports. And we are about not just winning Big West championships, we are trying to bring CSUN to a national stage. And, you know, it's all about hard work. And if people want to come and they want to see exciting products on the floor, if they want a great fan experience, and if they want to go away and say, hey, I want to go back and I want to go to a Matador basketball game, this is going to be the place to be. And that's what I'm going to work hard to do.
Great. Thanks a lot, Dr. Martin.
Thank you.
Thanks, CSUN fans. Well, you just heard it from Dr. Brandon Martin and Coach Reggie Theus. They're looking for some exciting new times for the CSUN athletic program. I'm Mark Sherman. We'll see you at the Matadome.